Hey guys, and welcome to your daily mobility flow. Before you ask, yes, I have sunglasses on my head, but I have a good reason. My hair is this long because quarantine, because all the barbers are closed. It gets in my face like all the time, and I'm not a big face hair guy. I mean, this kind of face hair, but not this kind of face hair. So sunglasses work. I don't feel like wearing a hat right now. So we're gonna start with some quadruped rotations. So we're gonna reach through that gap, really roll through, and then I wanna drop my shoulder down to the ground and roll a little bit forward, kind of pin it, get through that like shoulder blade. We're gonna switch sides today. So roll through, drop the shoulder, roll it. Oh, don't do that. That's not what you're going for. I'm not going to edit this out. Roll through and then roll over. What we're trying to stretch is this shoulder blade. So sink that arm through, drop the shoulder down. Oh man, it'd be nice if I edited my videos. But nope, this is a one-shot kind of deal. It's almost like it's live. Roll through, except it's not live. It's just some random blonde dude in a room by himself. Reach through, roll over, with no music on. The sheet draped across the front of the room to diffuse the light. Reach through. Another light behind the lamp with a different color sheet over it today, so maybe it'll look a little different on camera. Roll through. And one take. That's it. Switch. One take. We got one shot to get it right or to get it wrong. I'm not really sure. All right. Rest. Let's go the other direction now. So we're gonna go same position. We're just gonna open up and then back down. And then we're gonna switch sides. Open up. This one is different than like a kick through and open because naturally by being in this quadruped position, my low back gets trapped. I won't explain the and switch. Won't explain the biomechanics today, but the further back you sit, actually the more the lower back gets stuck in place, and so it's only a thoracic rotation thing. So by staying in a quadruped position like this and opening, it ends up being more just the shoulder and the upper back instead of you rotating your entire spine, which can be good when the goal is to open up the shoulder, the chest, the upper back, this upper spine, or thoracic spine, or T-spine. You'll hear all those things. Open up. Really try to squeeze that shoulder back, like back and open. Turn your chest as far as you can without losing that, well, it's not really a quadruped position if you're raising one, quadruped being four, and if I'm taking one hand off the ground, this is no longer a quadruped position, but without giving up those two knees down and the hand down, rotate, open up. It's all about active mobility. Yeah, you can hold longer stretches, do more passive, and there's nothing wrong with that, especially if you have issues to fix. You know, if there are specific, a couple more reps, specific issues or limitations you have, not just general things, then, you know, holding a stretch for 2, 3, 4, 5 minutes may be really useful for longer stretch times, you know, even a minute. But if you're doing that blindly, with no real idea of what you're trying to fix or what your limitation is or what's normal or where you're excessive or where you don't have enough, last one, enough mobility, then, I mean, I'm gonna be like turning in a circle with a target on one side and your best friend on the other, a shotgun in your hand, and just closing your eyes and spinning and shooting and hoping that you hit the target, not your best friend. It's a little bit of a intense analogy, but at the same time, if if you have hypermobility in some ways and you hold 1, 2, 3 minute stretches, even if they feel good, you may just be contributing to the problem instead of actually improving something. So I'm much bigger fan, especially for something general like this, to do a more mobilization, like activating things, getting muscles going, working on active range of motion than just, you know, randomly drowning out, you know, I don't know how to say this. I should just stop. Just drowning, trying to drown all flexibility and say, oh, more flexibility is always better. It's not always better. It's like saying more WD-40 is always better. It's just not always better. Sometimes more WD-40 is worse. Sometimes something needs more stability and less mobility, and the opposite is true also. Okay, enough talking. I'm sorry, I got rambly. You probably just scrubbed ahead in the video and you missed all that anyways, but let's hit our 1 in, 1 out position. So 1 leg out, 1 leg in. And oh, that's a serious hamstring. Let's get a couple of these. This is prep today. This is not going to be our main hamstring movement. We're going to lean in. And we're just going to switch back and forth. And we're going to prep the hamstrings by loosening them up. Oh, those are tight today. Loosen up the hamstrings a bit here. And then we're going to do a little bit more dedicated hamstring mobilization in just a second, which will be a brand new drill that we have never done on mobility flows. So let's just prep those hamstrings so we can get a little bit more out of the next stretch, the one that makes a bigger difference. I appreciate you guys. I know it's easier to say that to a camera than it is to a human being. I don't know why that is. That's unfair. It should be easier to tell human beings that you appreciate them and that you value them. I don't know why that's so hard, but anyways, I really do appreciate you guys. A lot of people look at, 137 subscribers and are like, small beans, man. I'm adding 2,000 subscribers to my channel a day. But, for me, 1 view, 2 views, 3 views, then I made it for a reason, honestly. So the fact that you are mobilizing right now, you, the one person in front of this camera, or maybe there's 2 of you sitting in a room, really makes it worth it, and I appreciate that. Thank you for being here and for doing this, and honestly, thanks for taking care of yourself. A couple more reps, taking care of your body, and doing the stuff that's not always super fun to do, stretching, mobilization. Trust me, I'm not the stretching guy. It's funny because, I have a YouTube channel that's all about stretching, but I'm really, last one, not the stretching guy. I am the, what workout do you want to do? All right, let's get started kind of guy. And that's why I know the need for 10, 12, 15-minute mobility videos that also warm you up, because hopefully people like me would be more apt to do them if they can just knock it out instead of getting drowned in those things. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make sure I'm in the frame. We're gonna lay back and we're gonna take a 10-minute nap, and then we'll restart the video. So press pause, nap for 10 minutes, and then restart the video and pick back up where you left off. Or if you just wanna finish now, it's all good. So we're gonna actually, both hands, I'm gonna interlace my fingers like this, and I'm gonna put them behind my knee. And I'm gonna tuck my knee into my chest, and my knee's bent like this. You can straighten the other leg or bend the other leg. It's totally up to you. And we're gonna start with that knee, just kind of fold it over here, and I'm gonna tuck my knee into my chest, and then I'm gonna straighten my leg. And the straighter that my knee gets, the more my hamstring's gonna press, and I'm gonna add that resistance. I'm adding some pressure here to the back of my leg, and I'm gonna straighten my knee, and I'm gonna floss it back down. We're gonna do maybe 10 reps on one side, just kind of keep that knee tuck, set it. It's gonna fade away from your body, that's okay. And you should feel that hamstring stretch every time you force the knee to straighten. Each time, your goal should be to end up with your leg a little straighter, but less far from you. So if my first rep is to here, then I want my second rep to be to here, third, fourth, fifth, and I want to work my way back so that I get a little bit bigger hamstring stretch on each go. This is kind of called hamstring flossing. So we're forcing the hamstring to stretch and flossing it back and forth. Imagine the way that you floss your teeth, you kind of back and forth. We're kind of forcing this back and forth. Let's get 2 more reps in. Reset every time, tuck that knee in and straighten. It's my goal for these videos not only to give you good, all right, switch sides, good stretching routines. It's my goal for these videos that you have more tools in your toolkit, that you can work on yourself and you can address problems that you have without a YouTube video. It's always kind of been my goal for people, is, I guess you would call it, empowering them, you know, to put the power into them so that they can actually fix. I'm gonna straighten this leg for this one. Just feels like the right thing to do. So they can fix some of their own problems so that later on, you know, tomorrow or the next day or 15 days from now or next year, when you're not watching my YouTube channel anymore, and I'm sad because of it, but sure, my life has moved on, I get it. You're like, oh, my hamstrings are tight. You're like, oh, I remember that hamstring flossing drill we did. Maybe I'll do that for a little bit and kind of work on my hamstrings. So this is just one more tool. Don't think of these as stretching routines. Think of them as adding tools to your tool belt. And I promise, moving forward, I will do a better job of increasing the amount of tools that you have. All right, one more rep in order to address the things you need to address. Okay, while we're here, I wasn't planning on this, but it feels like the right thing to do. While we're here, while we're laid back, let's get some cross body. And let's just relax here for maybe a minute. I guess you could pause the video and then restart it and I could keep moving on, but maybe I'll just relax here with you for a second. Just get that knee settled, let the bottom leg kind of roll down towards the ground, but then reach the other shoulder open. And then big breaths. I want you to breathe all the way in and all the way out. Let's do 3 breaths like that. So that's 0. This is 1, all the way in, all the way out. I'll just try to make it as long as I can. Ready? All the way in, all the way out. One more rep. All the way in, all the way out. All right, switch sides. Just plant the other leg, other arm wide, roll it over. I have no idea if I'm in the frame or not. Let that just drape, let the other leg relax. The goal here is to be totally relaxed, not to be forcing something. My hand is right behind the back of my knee, kind of holding my knee in and over. Big breath, and out. That's number 0. We got 3 reps. Ready? One. Breathe in. Breathe out. Two. Breathe in. All the way. Breathe out. Three. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your mobility flow. My glasses are gone. I don't know where they went. I can't remember taking them off, but that is the end of it. It being our mobility flow. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your support. Click that like button, share this with your friends, especially the ones who are tight all the time. I will see you guys on Monday.